It's wild and crazy here right now. If you can see, Sadie's over there. Sadie, what are you doing? Sadie's over there, and the cat is loose. Look at her. What are you doing? She's running, and then she coughs because she's like, you know, not fit, not in shape. So this is the pool site, and watch her. Now she's gagging over there. You okay, Sadie Sue? You okay? You're running like crazy. The cat is rolling in the dirt. He's not even supposed to be out here. He is an indoor cat, and he wanted out. He was meowing at the door, so I let him out. But we have a red-tailed hawk that lives in the trees out here. Oh, look, she's going to get him. So I have to watch him closely while we're out here. Now she's going to sniff his rear end. All right, but this is the pool site. It's coming together. There's going to be a deck there. Chris is actually running the electrical today. So, yeah, it's kind of a mess out here right now. Sadie Sue. There she is. She's so cute. But anyway, watch her. Here she comes. I let you in just a few minutes ago. What are you doing? You want in again? Huh? You want in? Oh, I know. It's hot out here, isn't it? Especially when you run around like that. There she is. All right. Let's see if I can... Come on. There she goes. But yeah, this is the pool site, guys. Check it out. It is a mess out here right now. I hate the mess, but the pool's going to be really nice once we get the deck up and get everything together. So, and there's the cat. Come on, Sebastian. Come here. Kitty, kitty. Come on. He's like, no. Well, here he comes. Slowly but surely. He does nothing fast, ever. No, he's not coming. Okay, I'm going to have to go get him. Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a necklace using this little Tree of Life charm that the Bargain Bead Box sent as a free gift this month. So I love this thing. I think it's adorable. Check it out. It's really cute. It's got, these are gemstone chips on here, and yeah, I just love it. So we're going to make a little necklace here. So I'm going to show you everything you're going to need. You're going to need a length of Coriana chain. I've got about 16 inches here. I want this necklace to be pretty short. Now I sell this on my website. I will link it in the description box below. You're going to need a little, you can use whatever you want. It doesn't have to be this Tree of Life. You can use this Tree of Life if you have it, or you can use any, like a little charm. We're actually going to make earrings to go with these, and I'm going to use these little tree charms on the earrings, so you could use something like that. I've got a bail that I'm going to use to hang this from the chain. I've got 3 of the 8mm fancy jasper beads from the Bargain Bead Box this month. I've got some bead caps. I've got 2 clamshells and 2 crimp beads. I have a fancy ring for my lobster to clasp onto and my lobster clasp. I have an eye pin to hang my, I'm going to do my tree hanging from this with some beads. And then I have all of these fancy jasper rondelles from the Bargain Bead Box this month. And then these leaf beads, I have no idea where they came from, but I love them. They're really cute, and I'm going to use them as an accent as well on the necklace. So I've got a piece of extender chain here. I have some jump rings laying up here that you can't see on screen, but they're just some little jump rings, 4mm. And yeah, that's everything I think that you're going to need. I am outside today because our power is not on in the house. Chris is working on getting the electrical run out to the pool, and so we don't have any power in there, but I've got to get these things done. This is a Saturday. It's a whole day. I can't waste it, so I'm sorry if the camera angle is a little different or the lighting is a little different. I'm just doing the best I can with what I got to work with today. And you're going to need your jewelry tools. And I think that's everything. So if you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, it is a monthly subscription beading service. You get about $65 or $70 worth of beading supplies. You get findings, you get charms, you get gemstone beads, you get all kinds of great stuff. All these beads here came from the Bargain Bead Box except for these leaf beads. yeah, it's really great. It's shipped to your door for $17.95 a month, and with your subscription, you also get access to their sister store, Bead Box Bargains. And they have great prices, and they give you a 30% off coupon that you can use over and over and over all month long. So it's really a great deal. It's my favorite subscription beading service. It's great for new beaders as well as advanced beaders. It's just a really good subscription service. So I highly recommend it. I have a $2 coupon that I will put in the description box below. If you're interested in signing up, that will get you $2 off of your first box. You do not have to be a member to shop in their store. So if you use the coupon code in their store, it will give you $2 off of your order. Like I said, you don't have to be a member to shop in their store, but if you are not subscribed to the box and you want to go to their store, you can get that $2 off of your purchase there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to do is create our little dangle here. So let me just move all this stuff out of the way. So you're going to need your eye pin, your tree or charm, whatever you're using, and one of these beads. And let's see, which one do I think I want to use this light colored one. And the bead caps. A couple bead caps. Okay, so I'm just going to create a little bead dangle. I'm going to use a bead cap, use my bead, and another bead cap. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just think it's, I don't know, I wanted to add a little extra. Why will this not go on the, oh, it's bent. Okay. I'm like, why is the eye pin not going on this bead? I'm just going to have to give it a little muscle. There we go. All right. So to create the loop here, let me grab my pliers. And I'm sorry, I'm working around the camera at a weird angle, so if I bump it, I apologize ahead of time. We're going to bend this eye pin at a 90-degree angle, just like this. Okay, we're going to take our cutters, and I cut off about, I don't know, about this much. I've not measured that, but I don't like it too long, because then you get a huge loop, but it can't be too short either, because then you don't have enough wire for your loop, so you just kind of have to learn how to gauge it. And then I'm just going to roll this back and make a loop. Okay, so there we have it. And my loop ended up being tiny, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to open this end of it right here. I'm going to attach my Tree of Life charm. And I'm going to close this back really well. Then I'm going to open this end, and I'm going to attach it to my bail. Just like this. And I think my loop is going to work okay for this. I may have to use a jump ring if I made my loop too small. I think it's okay. So here's what we have. Now, if your Tree of Life charm is not hanging the way you want it to hang, you take it with your chain nose pliers just like this. Put it front ways how you want it to hang, okay? And then you take another pair of chain nose pliers and you grab this loop up here. It's kind of hard to do with the bail attached, but you grab this loop up here, just like this, and you're just going to twist it to make everything hang correctly. And the problem is, see, this bail hangs side, so you need to turn this loop so that it is opposite of the loop on the bottom. And when you do that, it'll make everything hang perfectly, okay? And I'm going to make sure this is closed because it looks like it's opening up a little bit. I ended up with a tiny loop up here. There we go. And there we have it. So it's just like that. Then we're going to take our Coriana chain and we're going to go ahead and just feed it through our bail like this. Okay. And then we're just going to put our beads on however we want to do it. It's totally up to your own creative control. I'm going to do a bead cap, a larger 8mm bead, and another bead cap on this end. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Bead cap, 8mm bead, I love this Coriana chain because you can just bead right on it. It's awesome. And it fits just about, I mean, I've not met too many beads that it wouldn't go on, this chain. It's pretty small. So here's what we have so far. Now, I'm just going to alternate all the way up through here, leaf bead and rondelle bead. Let's see. I'm going to do this green one. And I'm just going to alternate this. And then the other good thing about the Coriana chain is if you do not want to bead all the way up, like if you just want to bead a little bit on this and then, you know, like say I wanted to stop right here. This is pretty. So it's not like that it's unsightly or, you know, it's just, it's a decorative chain and it's very beautiful. So that makes it really nice. So you don't have to bead all the way up to the back of your neck if you don't want to, you know, you can just bead a little bit and then stop, and the chain is very pretty to show. It's very decorative. A couple people have asked me about it tarnishing, and I will tell you every metal tarnishes except for stainless steel. That's just the fact of the matter. It's sad, I know, and I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. So what I do is I order from Amazon. They are called anti-tarnish strips. They're made by 3M. And if you will put those, you store your jewelry in a Ziploc baggie with one of those strips, it will help your jewelry not to tarnish as quickly. All jewelry, all metals are going to tarnish except for stainless steel. There's just nothing that can be done. That's just the way it is. And so if you store it in there with an anti-tarnish strip, it does help to delay that tarnishing process. But it's going to tarnish eventually, and all you have to do is take a jewelry cleaning cloth and just gently wipe it and it'll come clean. That's just the way it is with metals. I think a lot of it depends on where you live too, as far as your climate. You know, if it's a more moist, humid climate, you're probably going to have more tarnishing than a drier climate. The desert probably doesn't get a lot of tarnishing. But here in North Carolina, where it's very humid and moist, you know, things can tarnish. So that's what we do. We just put it in a little Ziploc baggie, try to get all the air out of it that you can, and store a little anti-tarnish strip in there, and it really does help delay that process. So that's what I found to do. And as far as your supplies go, you can stick those little anti-tarnish strips in your, you know, whatever container that you've got your chain in. Just stick a little anti-tarnish strip in there, and it does help things not to tarnish as quickly. But they're going to tarnish. That's just the way it is, unless it's stainless steel. So I am just continuing to alternate the little fancy jasper rondelles and these leaf beads. And I'm just going to do this until I run out of leaf beads, which I have less of these than the fancy jasper, so it's going to run out. They will run out here in a second, but I'm trying to put kind of the colorful ones on here because of the colorful gemstone chips in the tree. So I'm using the pinks and the purples and just trying to use the more colorful ones if I can. And I love this month's bargain bead box. I've made so many things. I'm going to do a finished jewelry update and show them all, but I've been doing tutorials pretty much on everything that I've made, so if you're interested in those, you can look back and see, you know, what I've done with each item out of the bargain bead box. It was a great one this month. I think the colors were just beautiful. I love fall. Fall colors are just, oh, I love them. I love everything about fall. It just makes me happy. But these colors I think were perfect for a fall box. It was just really, really pretty. Okay, so I need a greenish one over here. I'm just trying to kind of keep them the same. If I put a pink one on one side, I'm trying to put a green one on the other side. They don't have to be, you know, they don't have to match exactly or anything like that, but I'm just trying to kind of keep it a little bit consistent. Let's see here. There's a leaf bead. And this one, what do I have? I have several more leaf beads. I'm just going to keep going until I use up all the leaf beads. I may save, yeah, I'm going to save 2 for the earrings. That's probably a good idea. Matching earrings, it'd be good to have the matching beads on there. Alright, let's see here. And so this is how it's looking. I like it. I think it's very pretty. Love this fancy jasper. It's just beautiful. Alright, so I'm running low on leaf beads. I've got one more for this side, one more for this side. And let's see. We'll do this bead over here. And I don't really have another pink one. We'll do this one over here. Looks like I've got one more leaf bead for each side. And then I'm going to have one lone leaf bead left, which I can use on the dangle for the extender. There we go. And we'll end this with, let's see here. Let's use these light colored. These are pretty. And we'll use this one on this side. And we're done with our beading part. So there it is. It's very pretty. Just a simple little necklace. So now I'm going to finish it. So I'm going to take my crimp bead and my clamshell. I'm going to put my clamshell on first. I sell these clamshells on the website as well. The clamshells and the Coriana chain are up on my site. You can put your little crimp bead on next. Sometimes I use E6000 in this, but where I'm outside today, kind of out of my element, I did not bring it out. But you can put a dab of glue in your clamshell, and it will just, I feel like it just makes it more secure. But I'm going to crimp this down. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. I'm trying to work around it. Just crimp that down really good and tight, and then take your clamshell, pull it up, make sure it's secure, and close it. Just like that. And there you have a very professional finish on your Coriana chain. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Clamshell, crimp bead, just like this. Close it up. Okay. Now I'm going to take my fancy ring, open it up here, and I'm going to put my extender on. Put it right on here. Oh, I hope this will fit. This may not fit on this clam. It's not going to. Let me grab a different jump ring. Sorry, guys. I didn't even think to measure and make sure that was going to fit beforehand. I should have done that. I'm a little out of my element today, being outside here. I usually have everything right at my fingertips, and I do not today. So we'll use this ring. It's not as fancy, but it'll work, hopefully. Alright, so let's put the clamshell on there. And the extender. Close that up. Make sure it's closed really good. And then we're just going to attach our lobster with one of these little tiny rings over here. Okay. So go ahead and put your clamshell on. And your lobster. And this lobster's got something weird on the bottom. I'll have to try to clip that off with my wire cutters later, but I'm not going to do it right now. It's got a little piece of metal sticking out on the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make an extender. Well, I did not bring out enough head pins. I'm telling you, I'm totally out of my element being outside here today. So we're not going to make a dangle for the extender. We were, but we're not going to. But I am going to cut this off because I don't want this extender to be quite that long. I think that should be plenty right here. And if you want to make a dangle for yours, you definitely can, and just attach it to the end of the extender. And I probably will. I'm not going to run inside and grab another head pin right now. So here, whoops, I thought I had it on there. So here is our little necklace. This turns out really cute. It's quick and simple, but I think it's very pretty. So I don't have a form out here to hang it on, but I will take a picture of it on a form for the thumbnail. And now let's do these little earrings. So these are super simple as well. Like I said, I have these little Tree of Life charms that I just had in my stash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a rondelle, a leaf bead, and another rondelle. Let's use this green one. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to make a loop. Just bend it 90 degrees. Snip it. And roll your loop back. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to open this loop down here and attach my charm. And I'm going to open this loop on my ear wire and attach my ear wire. Now I try to make sure that it's hanging the right way, but you may have to adjust it, so I just get it on there. But if I can get the tree hanging in the right position, I try to, but sometimes you're gonna have to flip your loops. So let's get it on there first. Okay, so now if you can see, it is crooked. It's gonna have to change. So I take it, I hold it the way that I want it to go. So I want this tree to hang directly frontwards like this. So I need to hold it like this with my pliers. Okay, and then this ear wire I need to twist around just a little to where it's facing straight back. So I'll take my other pliers here, grab this loop for the ear wire, and just twist it. And there you have it. That makes the earring hang perfectly. So we're just going to make this other one really quick. I'm going to use this bead. I'm trying to kind of match up the beads that I used on the last one. Green. So there we have it. 90-degree angle. Snip it. Sorry, hit the camera again. I'm telling you, it's rough. Make my loop. Hang my tree. I bent that, but I didn't get the loop open. Okay, hang my tree on here. Close it up. And put my ear wire up here. I'll try to make it face backwards. It's gonna have to be turned, I'm sure. Okay, and then let's look and see how we got it. So yes, it's definitely got to be turned. So I take my tree, grab it the way that I want it to hang, so just like this, and then I'm going to take my top of my little connector here, and I'm going to flip it. And that should hopefully make it hang just right, and it does. So there's our two little earrings, and these turn out really, really cute. And they match our necklace pretty well. I wish I'd have had, you know, something like this to use for the earrings, but I don't. So, but I think they match pretty good. So there is our little set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to subscribe to Bargain Bead Box, I'll have the information in the description box below. And like I said, it's my favorite beading service. I think you guys would really like it. And I have got a lot to do today, so I'm getting ready to film another tutorial. This will be my 5th one today. So yeah, it's getting kind of crazy, but I gotta get it done. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!